I'm so embarrassed.
Nothing to be embarrassed about.
I just don't know how many roles I'm supposed to play. Like, her mom's in it saying something. I'm trying to raise them. I'm trying to run a business. It's a lot.
It's a lot on your plate.
It really is.
In cell 5, when you first interacted with her, did you use your feet to shake her in any way or kick her or anything with your feet?
Not to my recollection. I don't remember kicking her at all.
Okay. What about shaking her with your feet? Anything? I mean,
I might have used my foot to her shoulder or her back. Definitely nothing to her head, but I don't recollect touching her with my feet at all.
okay.
All right. Listen, we got some problems here in no particular order. One, what the hell is this? I may or may not have kicked the person or this, that, and the other. What are you talking about, dude? If somebody asked me tomorrow, look, did you kick the dog in the street? I'm like, fuck no, I didn't kick the dog in the street. I didn't kick the dog, period. I never kicked the dog. It's like, it's not like, have you stopped beating your wife yet? The question is yes or no. And so his answer is bullshit. What's also bullshit is the niggardly production of documents and information that they've given me thus far. It's been like a year and a half I've been asking them for this information, and they're still dribbling out these interviews. So I asked them yesterday, give me the names and the times in which you interviewed everybody pursuant to this whole issue, okay? And these are pre-existing documents. They have to give them to me. Give them to me now. And lastly, I just got to tell the sheriff herself, look, this is on you, Susanna. I'm a former law enforcement attorney myself, and I'm looking at this saying, look, it might have happened during a lame duck term, as far as this incident in December, but you're the one left to answer for it. And thus far, I'm not liking what I'm seeing from your office. And I'm going to pass it on to the lawyers and the other people who are working on this, and they're going to do what they have to do. That's it.
One of my favorite officers that ate at my place, and he was just always blessed me talking to the kids. He got killed by a crazy. And so what do you do? I said, I'm not special. I said, shut up, Adrian. I'm like, shut up. But then that one guy looked over and he let everybody know that if she says there's nothing in there, there's not.
Yeah.
If it wouldn't have been for him, I just can't do something. I'm tired. And I told the people, I said, look at my baby up and down and look and see if you see anything, because I don't hurt her. I wouldn't hurt her. I'm not going to let her hurt me, though.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't let her hurt you.
And then the lady came over there and she said, I need for you to wipe your tears. And she said, I need you to be strong because I seen, and I know your only job is to stay alive. I need you to stay with me. I need you to stay alive, and I'm going to make sure that you get to the hospital because I don't want them to see you cry. I don't want them to see you weak like this. We're going to be better than this. And so I tried to straighten up. I just kept crying because I was humiliated because I was in urine. I was humiliated because they have my hair all over my head.
And here comes another problem. The nurse made no mention of all the discussions that Sharon, indicated that they had. No jury's going to believe that Sharon made this stuff up. It's not going to happen that way. So, problem. It's baloney.
I'm reading my chart note here, and this is what she told me she wanted to speak in private about, which is what I charted. That she reached for one of the inmates, one of the deputies or whatever, and she was kicked. And she reported that her head wrap was ripped off of her head by this deputy and that she wasn't offered any help.
Alrighty then, let's roll on into Sergeant Osborne now.
I don't know. I asked why she didn't have it because I knew she had it in cell 5. And so I was kind of surprised that it had to be brought to her. But I don't remember what Osborne's response was because I know I asked him why he was bringing it.
Okay.
I know he said I know he said that he had taken it from her, but at that time I don't know if he was part of the discussion that me and Deputy Hoff were having. I was pretty sure he had known, but without looking at video to see where he was.
So wait a minute. They what video? She just referenced without watching a video. they told us there was no video. Anyway, so let's discuss more about the food and the headdress. And yeah,
I know the big question was that it had T-Mobile all over it, and it was a gator. It wasn't what I guess they thought head covering would be, and so I had some long discussions, letting them know that it didn't matter what it had on it. It wasn't up to us to decide what she could or couldn't wear under that. I even had said, I don't know if she can't afford certain things. I don't know what she's allowed or whatever. But I said it's not us to decide that, as long as she had not given me indications that it was going to be a harm to her.
At 4 o'clock.
Okay. What turnover did you receive concerning inmate Tolbert, if you can remember?
Turnover being classification had come down and approved a covering on her head for religious reasons, her being Muslim.
Okay. When you were going around with the food cart, did you offer inmate Tolbert food?
I did.
And do you remember what conversation you had with her about that?
She was standing at the cell door and immediately said to me, "I'm not going to eat that. It's pork. And I'm Muslim. We don't eat pork." Or words to that effect.
Okay. So after that, what did you do after she was saying those comments?
I withdrew my sandwich and continued on with my dinner and booking.
Okay. Throughout the night, do you remember what, if any, comments were made concerning inmate Tolbert?
No comments were made
Okay.
concerning inmate Tolbert.
When she was, after her medical emergency, and definitely Osborne had removed her head covering and all that, and then given it back to her. What was the conversation where everybody was behind the booking counter? What were you guys all talking about as far as the head covering and everything else goes? Do you recall?
I don't recall.
Okay. Were there any jokes made about the Muslim religion or Taliban or terrorists?
None whatsoever.
Okay. Do you recall the conversation where they were talking about whether the gator should be authorized as her hijab or head covering?
To my recollection, that conversation took place at the beginning of shift.
Okay. Do you remember what the contents of that conversation were?
Deputy Hoff was asking Sergeant Thomas as to how it had been approved and what the policy was on it. He was asking what the policy was. What is the policy on it?
Okay. Is there anything further you would like to add to your statement?
No.